Okay, lads, that's you. Best of luck, and we'll get a wee word with you at the end. Enjoy your game.
Good game, Martin. Have a good game.
That's good, Darren.
Cheers, pal. One, three, five.
$134.
And that's us back. A few technical problems getting the stream restarted, but we got there.
We always do.
56.
Looking forward to this game.
Both players starting out hitting heavy. Got to feel each other out here to see how they get on, but fully expecting this one to be a tight game as the rest of them have been.
180.
180!
Another one for the list.
Two heavy headers.
Running out of ink.
We've two players that are two heavy hitters.
Look at this.
140.
Oh, unlucky.
Unlucky. What a way to go for it too. Although I suppose he wasn't under pressure, he could afford to take that chance.
63.
Double 8 coming in for William Jones. Double 4.
Game into that.
Super darts.
Zero hanging about there, Mark.
None whatsoever.
Two very experienced throwers head to head into battle here.
Martin Heenan,
93.
29 years of age, from Holly Mountain, Mayo. Throws with super darts. Little Doug, 23 grams.
100.
And of course, he was the second place in the Premier League table. John Williams Jones, 28 years of age.
134.
From McKinleth in Wales. Now throws his National League darts with Montgomery and Radnor. He throws with the super darts
125.
JWJ signature, 22 grams. We had John on the stream with us before. He played for Team Stefano in the UK Charity Challenge 1.
121.
And this is what he was doing. Absolutely superb player. Both players are.
He's a very, very heavy scorer, is John.
96.
But Martin Heenan just as equally a heavy scorer. This is the battle of the big hitters.
$97.
John Williams Jones is averaging 109 at the moment, with 119 forced 9 average.
70.
Martin's averaging in the mid 80s.
Game into that.
Oh, absolutely superb finishing. Martin Heenan is not getting any chances here whatsoever.
He's absolutely not. And
he's not even getting crumbs.
Again, it's not too often I'm lost for words, but at the minute I'm just engrossed in John's throw, you know.
96.
He's spectacularly accurate, you know. And, you know, considering how many times I've watched Martin Heenan throw, Martin is a fantastic thrower.
41.
Superbly talented thrower. But John just has me engrossed in this because he just seems to be so on the money. The majority of his throw, even that treble 18 there, you know, his switching's phenomenal. His consistency's excellent.
He's hitting them with ease.
Yeah.
He's hitting them with ease.
134.
The thing is, he's making Martin work for it, but Martin's willing to work for it. He's a grafter. He's been round the block in darts.
Oh, he knows his way. He knows his way around.
93.
You don't see, it's not often you see John coming in and we're going to have see one.
180.
There it is.
180!
Puts him back in touch again.
Like I said, I did
Look at
expect.
this. Could be another one.
180.
I told you there should be some games where we might see double figures just in the game itself.
Yes,
This
absolutely.
could be one of them.
And that's unfortunate there.
81.
Did he miscount? On the second one, was that an 8? That was surely, yeah. He miscounted.
Top of the board.
And he hasn't missed these yet.
Game in 2 darts.
Super finishing, super finishing.
3-0 in the blink of an eye. This is incredible stuff.
John's first nine's 109.89 and his overall average is 107.36. That is absolutely outstanding.
Fantastic scoring again from Martin. Look, Martin's definitely putting it up there
Well,
too.
Martin
John,
Heenan is
but
an 101 first nine and a 94.93.
140.
savage darts here from both players.
Like, this is just dart for dart.
100.
$100.
This is a spectacle of darts. This.
Well, it wouldn't look out of place in any competition this level.
180.
180 rises once more.
$140.
Good lord.
This is darts at its finest. Absolutely at its finest.
64. Or sorry,
Yeah, I think he's missing 31.
56.
40, yeah, 56. 1, 2, 1. Could be all over. If he hits
Still on.
this. Ho, 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 ho.
Game in 3
Wow.
Oh!
Wow.
Wow, 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 wow.
that was
Cheers, buddy.
Lads,
Done.
it was an absolute feast for the dart connoisseur. It was brilliant, absolutely super darts. Brilliant, John. You just didn't give anything away at all to Martin. Martin didn't do an awful lot wrong there. You were just as soon as you were hitting it on a finish, you were hitting it, and you were giving Martin nothing at all.
Yeah, usually I don't know. I can score pretty well because my doubles usually miss a few doubles, but they went in first that tonight. So
Well, you were definitely on point today, and I'm just going to tell you here, you had a 111 average
yeah,
overall, and that just goes to show the game that you had. Martin, what can I say? You didn't do anything wrong there. He just was just that wee shade ahead of you, and there wasn't an awful lot that you could do about that.
I think that's one of the first times in my life I never had a dart as a double.
Yeah,
I know I had the dart as a bull at the end, but
yeah, but it was like he wasn't even giving you a crumb.
no, listen, to be honest with you, that's near a perfect game what he just threw.
Well, put it this way, you weren't that far behind yourself. You were sitting on an average of 97.94. So, like, you know, it just go like it was dart for dart at one stage with the two. He is absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Trading 180s, it was an absolute cracker and a corker of a game, lads. Brilliant.
yeah, cheers, boy. Yeah.
Well done, John. Good stuff.
Yeah. Cheers, Martin. Cheers, boy. It's just lucky my doubles went today. You know, I'm always a pretty big scorer, but the doubles used to get me down. But
I hope they don't go the next time I play you.
Well, that's all I can say, lads. That was an absolute. That was definitely a pleasure to watch there, lads. And thanks very much for joining us. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Cheers, lad.
Thank you, lads.
Best of luck for everyone. Cheers. Bye.
Bye.
Cheers, man. Cheers.
There's not a lot I could say, Mark, other than
look at them stats. Look at the stats between them two players, and like, you know, that wouldn't be out of place on a PDC stage.
It wouldn't be out of place on any stage. Like I said, it could grace any competition and be well worthy of winning it.
You know what I mean?
At that level. It's absolutely fantastic. Credit to both players. John, clinical on doubles. Martin gave as good as he got the whole way through. But overall, John was just too strong in the end. And an absolute credit to the UKDA, and he pulls it back to 5 each, and the game's getting tight now, and I'm sure that there's a couple of team managers are having a bit of squirming as we're getting to the tighter end of the table.
Fingernails bit.
Yeah, very much so. It's great to see it so tight.
Brilliant.
So guys, thanks for being with us for that one. We're going to switch it up here, move on to the next game. We'll be right back. Please do stay with us, and remember, thumbs up, hit the bell, subscribe, and share the links. Thanks for staying with us.
I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you. Come along and see it's true, but the world is pretty cold. You might need a sweater too. I'ma put a ride on ya. Kid from California, trying to make it in life. In school they never taught ya. Dreams of my own, I've been working from home. I can do it on my own, but sometimes it gets cold like.
Okay, ladies, and she's ready to go. Best of luck, and we'll talk to you at the end.
Thanks. Best luck, Sally.
Yeah, all the best, Robin.
So into another ladies'
95.
game, Mark, where we've got Sally and Robin.
Two good players. Sally is currently playing, or well, has just
41.
they've just finished up the. Both these players actually just finished up the round robin stage of the
140.
Ladies Premier League. Robin, of course, finished second behind Anastasia. Sally, I think, ended up 8th. So next week, I think, finishes it off. They'll have the knockout stage next week. We're expecting big things of Robin.
Two players of quality, there's no doubt.
Absolutely. Robin, born 23 years, been on many a
49.
McAvoy stream. A definite regular here from Dublin. She plays with a dart performance, centre performance dart, 23 grams. She
41.
finished in the ladies INDO Premier League 2. She was the first player, top of the group. And she won the knockout stage against young Elish Finnen. Great match too. Great match, and it was live here on McAvoy Darts.
77.
Sally Smith, 41 from Midsummer Norton.
I hope it's not the midsummer I'm thinking of.
No.
Wouldn't like to live there. Goodness me.
Is that the motor capital
Of the world.
Yeah.
Surprised how people left in it.
Sally plays our National League darts for Somerset. She throws the unicorn 22 gram, and as I said there, she's just finished 8th in the Ladies Premier League. Next week they have the final knockout stage.
Well, Robin invests into an early lead.
41.
You're going to get a wee bit of an echo there, folks. Somebody has their
25.
one of the players has their speaker turned up a bit too high, which means that you're hearing their opponent. So you'll get a bit of an echo.
100.
You'll get a bit of an echo effect. Nothing we can do about that.
60.
Great support out again for both ladies on YouTube.
Robin always has superb support.
We're heavily followed by the ladies darts enthusiasts on McAvoy Darts. It's great to see it.
65.
That's a unique way of calling 65 there from Robin. 60.
85.
Five.
I think it was just one of them. You get just caught for a second when you're trying to count.
40.
Happens to the best of us.
Indeed it does.
Robin playing absolute, probably one of the unformed ladies players at the moment.
I would absolutely agree.
You know,
Currently in very good form.
absolutely. And
100.
Now 75 for Sally. No hanging about here.
she's going straight at it too. That would have been 212s if she had been.
Yeah, in three.
Ah,
Go finish.
what a finish! Superb, superb.
One apiece. Most of these games are getting tight, Mark, now at this point in the competition today.
It is, yeah. We've got to that stage now where, the INDO raced into an early lead. UKDO,
45.
UKDA have just come back very strongly. And there's been some darts thrown for them to get back into it.
It's been unbelievable. The quality's been phenomenal all day.
60.
A great watch.
$44.
Ollie Monaghan sitting at home with a €1 share pack of hula hoops watching this, loving life.
100.
41.
Well,
Bit of frustration from Robin there.
you can ask anyone for help, I suppose.
60.
Colin Savage in the chat there. Mon Sally, he says.
97.
Some man for one man, or Colin.
45.
Good to see him back on his feet. He wasn't well there for a while.
68.
Thirty.
56.
It'll be interesting to see how Robin makes her way through this wee bit of adversity there just from the early stage of this leg, and how she regathers herself to finish the leg.
Robin is used to bullying games, being out in front.
She's bullying this.
She's a great front.
Oh,
Oh, well, there you are. Look.
that's how you bully it there. Well, it was interesting enough to see how she came back from the adversity at the start of that leg,
Well, there
wasn't
you
it?
go.
She finished it with aplomb. An absolute dominance. Unbelievable.
Second highest finish of the day.
45.
Super 161 earlier on from Paul Harvey. Absolute cracking leg he played there.
Yes, it managed to get you very excited.
Oh, it didn't be. It didn't be.
If I remember rightly.
I can't even say it was youthful exuberance anymore.
It may be exuberance, but
Yeah,
it's certainly
no,
not youthful.
Well, it's definitely not youthful. Jesus, folks, come on.
60.
59.
60.
Helen done there on with great finish, Robin. It was a great finish indeed.
Sure, Helen will be looking forward to get back to the proper darts again.
41.
Of course, yeah, ready to put foot hockey at any time is Helen.
Well, I think from the 24th here we're permitted to play darts.
No
60.
sports indoors yet.
Are you sure about that? I thought there was no restrictions on it.
No sports indoors yet. What a shame and a pity it would be.
40.
Much people are looking forward to getting back to the
I
hockey.
think in Scotland already. I think they have been they're back playing darts already in Scotland. Is from I gather from a few posts from a few people I know in Scotland.
100.
Jesus Christ. 34.
Robin clearly frustrated with that first start there.
Uncharacteristic of her. You don't normally hear her getting frustrated.
No. But she has got out of jail here. But she needs to make it count. Colin Savage, I couldn't possibly repeat that.
Yeah, second match.
Shot dart,
That's more
and
like-
that's it.
that's more like-
Robin takes it
Oh,
home to
cheers.
get the INDO back on track.
Could have been a bit
Game
closer, I
11.
think, come the end, but happy to get over the line. I think the 160 done it for me.
Great finish, Robin, as usual.
Oh, thanks.
You can hear you getting a wee bit frustrated sometimes there.
Yeah, me scoring just wasn't there. Me first start just kept hitting a 5 all the time, where like I just couldn't follow it then. That was giving me nothing to work off, but where I got there in the end, that's the main thing.
Sally, that was a nice finish that you took out in the first, second leg to go down.
Yeah, second leg was good. I really struggled with my scoring tonight, but yeah, it's just a great opportunity to take part in playing for the ADA. Fair play to Robin. She did good.
Thank you.
Okay, ladies. Very much for joining us. It's been a pleasure, and we'll see you again.
Thanks very much, Mark. See you again soon.
Thank you very much.
Bye. Thanks, Ali. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, you could see sometimes there where she was just getting frustrated, like she said. She is just fairly.
Yeah, look, it's a good overall performance from Robin, but Robin has always been more critical of her own performance than anybody else ever will be.
Yeah,
Always has been
yeah,
that way. Always will be that way. overall, it's a good win. It gets the INDO team back on track, stops the rot, as they say, because they were on the receiving end of 4 there. So
4 in the trot.
So
correct.
Robin has broken that trend, and now as we move into the next game, Mark, it's going to be even more interesting to see what happens next, because
2 cracking players coming next. Keith Garde.
for my liking, I can't call the next game.
No, I can't either. I would say this is going to be an cracker. Okay, folks, we'll be back very shortly. We'll see you shortly. Okay, lads, that shoe's ready to go. Best of luck, and we'll get a word with this at the end.
Cheers, Billy.
Best of luck.
Best of luck, Keith. 60.
So here we are, Mark. Yet again, it's tight. It's tight at the top.
$60.
It is. It is.
60.
These games have been so, like, you know, to and fro, and some of the games have been spectacular. Other ones have just been so tense. It's
100.
it's going to be interesting here to see what comes next.
There's been great entertainment.
Haven't they just?
Absolutely superb entertainment.
59.
The standard has been exceptional all day.
A really strong performance by everybody. To be fair, in both teams.
60.
There's been some huge performances.
81.
100.
Well, he's keeping pace with each other. We have Anthony Allen, 42 from Coventry, throws his National League darts with Warwickshire. He throws with a target, Adrian Lewis, Generation 1, 25 grams. We've seen Anthony before with Team Savage. He'd be a favourite of Collins.
Mm-hmm.
Playing in the UKDA Charity Challenge 1.
45.
Keith Garde, 37. Kilmacow and Kilkenny. Seasoned Irish international. Throws with a Q-Sol 24 gram. He finished 7th in the INDO Premier League 2.
Again, Keith's been on
97.
the Irish international scene now for a number of years.
Keith has always been a mainstay.
Very steady thrower. Has that experience, but he's going to need it all against Shaggy because
40.
he's been similarly around the block, Mark.
Oh, indeed.
Last game shot in 1. Cheers, mate.
There you go. As you've seen it.
$100.
40.
45.
Colin, you're behind the times. Good shout, but you're behind the times.
180.
What did he say?
Well, we were just trying to let the boards there. There's another 180 for my list. What about that? Unbelievable scenes.
60.
No, we do these things just to see if you are still awake on the stream. You know what I mean?
How could they not be
60.
listening to us, Mark?
Yeah, my father used to say he used to do the posters around the Hibs and that there for the competitions, start competitions and things like that. And he
41.
he used to maintain that any spelling mistakes was deliberate, because he would say to me, I remember on a couple of
100.
occasions, I went to him and I says to him, "There's a mistake on that poster." He says, "At least I know you've read it,"
Well, fair enough.
which was a point in itself.
Indeed. And now this has proved profitable, switching to the 19s.
133.
That's super switch from Keith.
The measure of the man. He knew it was the right thing to do.
And he's coming in on a 1-2-2. Starting at the 18s. Oh, comes into the 4, drifts into the 4.
I was going to say I might not have thought of starting on 4s, but then again, I see myself trying to hit a treble 18, hitting treble 13, and being proud of it. So you know,
you would call that a good save.
I'll take the rough with the smooth.
And that's great finishing from Shaggy again.
It's what he does. Dangerous player is Shaggy. And of course, if you've ever seen playing pairs with Scooby,
180.
They're a phenomenal team.
180. I wonder who provides the snacks.
Daphne.
41.
$45.
180-45. You could just hear the disappointment in the face, in the voice there. You could just hear the disappointment in my voice.
Here it comes again. Oof.
100.
I would have give you a 140 for that, Keith. It's a good honest call in there.
It is indeed.
43.
$60.
57.
Went for a wee tour, just didn't work out for him.
Sometimes you have to.
Keith needs an arm of those.
60.
Oh, I would have given that second one as a treble.
Yeah, but these are the margins that are leaving you 2-0 down. You know, it's
indeed
the width of a flea's wing.
82.
Anthony's finishing has been first class. There's 2 you would think he was in.
100.
All over it. All over it.
94 taps. He's looking taps.
That's 94 in 3.
Cracking finish.
Finishing is
Absolutely
impeccable.
cracking finishing.
Impeccable here from Shaggy, the finishing.
Not the highest score of a game average for the two boys, but the finishing has been first class.
Well, you know, it's been, if anything,
180's littered with a few follow-up scores.
Yeah,
you know,
like Keith Garde has been really consistent. You know, he's been hitting tons regularly in legs. You know, Shaggy's been
83.
Probably less prone to it, but you know, he has the odd spectacular in there to accompany his scoring. But he's a quick switcher. That's one thing to note. He's a quick switcher.
140.
So 140 from Keith.
70.
I don't know how our 180 graphic is going with our viewers. It's just something. It's just a bit of fun for the live stream, folks. Just don't be afraid to give us a comment. Let us know what you think of it.
So ton 140, 140, leaving 121.
96.
Well, that's more like the Keith Garde that I know.
Well, he's currently in BG land at the minute, isn't he? Staying alive.
Indeed.
You know, for each leg.
I like that. BG land, huh?
55.
Well,
but if he doesn't win this leg from here, it'll be a tragedy.
Oh, here. Are you here all weekend?
Well, I only started a joke.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm really...
Turn that man's make off quick.
That's the full repertoire.
That's it. That's you out of material until next week.
Not at all.
32 left. Oh,
24.
But he has
missed
chance.
it.
Look, he doesn't have to push it.
At this stage in the leg, you should be dancing. Thank you. I'm here all week.
91.
32 to go.
All we need now is a bit of Saturday night fever.
And there it is.
There we are with
Yeah, good that, mate.
3-1. Pulls one back.
60.
I can just imagine Helen Dunn now going, must stick on the BG's greatest hits after this. For an old boogie get down. And a little beverage. Good solid darts again there from Keith. Found a better rhythm here.
83.
Keith hasn't done anything wrong really in this match. It's just that Anthony has just been exceptional and hasn't left an
180.
ads with thought. That
Another
was
one. Anthony's finishing's just been really strong.
140.
He's hit good scores at the right times and he's cleaned up legs at the right
That's
times.
a good answer there, that 140.
He needed it, considering where we're at. Because, as I said,
99.
Great darts again.
Keith is in the groove at the minute.
Like, that's 2 legs in a row. 180, 99, 90.
60.
Super darts he's thrown. Super darts.
Yeah, the 180 count has grown again. As we knew it would. Oh, that was mighty close.
54.
158 coming in for Anthony. Well, he's not going to get it this time.
Still.
He can put pressure on.
134.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant visit there from Shaggy. To leave 24, that's the sort of pressure you got to put on this.
16 for taps. Will he go 20? No. All right, okay. So 8 left, yeah. Yeah, I thought he,
Oh, he's
I
just
think
missed it.
He wasn't far off.
That's game shot in 2.
There it is. And that's it.
I think we both had a bit of a nightmare, mate.
I wouldn't say that, lads. I think just the two of you just were matched each other brave and well. It was just your finishing. Anthony was top drawer. You just didn't leave an awful lot there for Keith at all.
No,
I just didn't get the lie on the 20 at all.
I probably agree with you, mate. To be fair, I didn't play how I can, but I'll take the win as it were, you know.
Yeah, I thought there the leg I got back. I said, "Oh, lovely! I'm starting to hit something now." But hey, look, that's darts. Most frustrating game at times.
Hey, if we could play like we can all the time, we'd be on the PDC circuit with the big boys, wouldn't we? So
exactly.
We'll get there. I'll keep trying to get there, and I appreciate the game. Sorry, I didn't play as well as I could, but it starts as you said. So
that happens.
It is, mate. Yeah. So,
okay, lads, it was a pleasure having you on. Thanks very much for joining us, and we'll talk to you again sometime.
Thanks very much, guys. Doing the top job.
Okay, lads. Thanks very
Cheers.
much.
Bye-bye.
And goodbye.
Well done, Anthony.
Cheers, mate. You too.
Well, there we are, Mark. Again, what do you say? I mean, engrossing to the maximum. You know, so many big scores hit. Like, you look at the consistency in the score, and Keith actually technically outscored Shaggy, although there was very, very little in it.
Yeah.
But Anthony just so clinical when he got to a finish.
Yeah, he wasn't given leaving any chances at all for Keith. You know, when Keith was just working off scraps, which like he had to generate that game. Like he said himself, he played one he played actually the second game. It's just when he come down to a double, it just didn't go for him.
The mind does boggle, because most of these, and you'll find this with every player that we have on the live stream, there's nobody here going to say, yeah, I played really well. They'll always find a fault somewhere in their game, and you know what? Unless somebody comes on here and hits 4-9 darters and walks away with a 4-0 win, that's going to be the case. So.
Correct. Okay, folks, we're going to get ready for the next game. We'll see you back very shortly. Thanks for joining us on Megavoy Darts streaming, and again, thanks to Darts Corner for sponsoring the stream today. Okay, ladies, that's you. Best of luck, and we'll get a wee word with these at the end. Enjoy your game.
Thank you.
So Mark,
41.
we've got Elish and Louise. Should be a good one.
100.
Good start from Louise there. Elish, 30 from Limerick City. She doesn't know what dart she has, but her daddy says they're tungsten anyway.
90% tungsten.
She throws with a 24 gram. Of course, her daddy's the famous Connie Finnen, legend in Irish darts. She finished runner-up in the Premier League round robin stage. And that was to Robin. She lost to Robin in the final 3 sets. I think 3 sets to 1 or 2 sets to 1. I think it was. I'm not sure. Played very, very well into it. She's probably one of the most improved Irish lady players this last year.
I would say so. I would tend to agree with you, Mark.
137.
Her opponent today, Louise Pearson.
Great visit there from Louise, 137.
Yeah, 29 from Hamel Hampstead. She plays her National League darts in Hertfordshire. She throws with a target 21 gram. And she played in the last UKDA Challenge 2 for Team Marsh.
82.
And she is a very good player, is Louise.
Andrew Culling showing his support online for Louise.
Oh, 87. $54.
Fully paid up member of the Louise Pearson fan club is Andrew. Subscription for 21.22.
Yeah, third dart.
Super finish from Elish. Absolutely brilliant.
92 under pressure there,
Absolutely wonderful. And Elish she's been playing this sort of darts this while. She's actually took up the she wasn't in the Premier League. She started off in the Championship. I think she topped the group there and ended up then runner up in the I think it was runner up then in the knockout competition. Very unlucky that she didn't win it overall, but
60.
Yeah, playing very, very steady darts at the minute.
Not afraid to put herself out there and play big opponents.
60.
Absolutely not. And with the talent that she has, why would she be?
Oh, definitely.
But the game hangs in the balance here, Mark, at 6 each overall.
It's been, I'll tell you the truth, and each of them each of them 12 matches have been contested, and like each match has been fully contested. Both players going at it.
Mm-hmm.
$60.
There's at times you forget you're commentating and actually just sitting
and watch it
and
enjoy it.
Just enjoying it. Great darts from Louise.
Yeah, you become enthralled with it.
Oh, 5 stars.
Oh, she just wrong side of that wire.
97.
Great scoring from Louise.
Oh, absolutely. It's just about getting that tidy finishing now. And from this position, you would think that
100.
Louise is going to level this one up.
That's more like Elish. More like Elish.
59.
Left herself. She has the time to do it, so there was no need to do anything spectacular here.
Oh, it's methodical play there.
58.
Taking no risks.
$40.
Again.
Dropped with the third one. Just dropped low. But again,
it's a risk with someone of Elish's ability, but
she took out that 92.
Now she's left herself 58.
Just put pressure on it. Oh well, so much for pressure.
Pressure's for my belt.
And it's under pressure. Famous song too, like.
Indeed.
If you want to talk about songs.
And now we're at 1 each, 1 leg apiece.
41.
Not even the width of a rizzle of paper between it.
50.
Susan Burns watching from the kitchen with a tequila. Enjoying the darts.
58.
She done a video one time walking through the house, and I swear to God, like, I thought she'd went down the end of the street.
50.
I thought it was a big house she lived in, you know what I mean? Like
Maybe she was using a fish-eyed lens.
Well, it was going on. It seemed to go on forever.
41.
So
22.
when Susan's in the kitchen, she is down the street.
She is down the street. Three doors down in the kitchen.
60. 45.
You get the feeling that both these throwers know this game means something, you know, whether something is hinging on it or
we're on the
you're on the home straight. You don't want to
straight, and you don't want to be the one to lose.
Yeah, you want to deliver. So
Oh, awful. 26.
Characteristic of Louise there.
You get that feeling that both players are feeling that at the minute.
A wee bit of pressure's just been pushed onto them. They probably put a wee bit of pressure on themselves, just wanting to do well.
60. 84.
Good recovery.
Elish. 26. 60.
She's left herself on 96. 2 dart possible. Elish on 139. What she can do is just put a bit of pressure on it.
24.
Unfortunate. 76 for Lou.
56.
And she's just laid up nicely. Elish has to take this 115 out, you feel. Oh, she's missed the big 15.
75.
That's gotta hurt.
Game shot in 1.
And
Yeah.
it definitely will hurt after that.
Punishment there.
There was an absolute cracking setup for that finish. Just
140.
unlucky with that, drifting down below that 15.
Louise is kicked off here now.
She just seems to have just got a second wind there.
It appears to be business time.
41. 57. 60.
Louise has stepped up a gear.
98. 60. 138.
Super darts.
This has been a really, really strong leg. As you're coming down the home straight, Mark, to start running at pace and sprinting like we're seeing from Louise here, it's rare. No holding back either. Ooh.
52.
She has time to clean that up.
Yeah.
60.
Elish just hasn't found her
Game shot in
her
1.
trebles there.
There you
And
go.
there it is.
Well done.
That's
Thank
the
you.
game.
Good game.
Good game, ladies. Super. Very good finishing. Louise, a good steady scoring and great finishing. You didn't leave an awful lot there for Elish.
It's taken a lot of work. Honestly, the last couple of weeks it hasn't been that easy. So I'll take that any day.
Oh yes. No, but you played well. I can't take that away from you.
Thank you.
Elish, you had a great finish. The 92. And you seemed to just start to pick yourself up there, and you missed then. I think it was 115, and you dropped down below the 15. You had a chance there, maybe just to go ahead then.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's one of
just one of those, Elish.
Find the tribbles.
Okay, ladies, thanks very much for joining us. It was a pleasure having you on, and thanks very much, and we'll talk to you again.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, you can just hear in Elish's voice the disappointment there.
Well, you can understand, she started off very well. Good, nice checkout of 92. Probably in the early stages played the better darts, but Louise, just when she went 1-0 down, all of a sudden it came together for her.
Yeah, she just kicked in.
And was as strong and as impassioned as any thrower I've seen all day.
Yeah.
And interestingly, she said just before she left the stream there, she's had to put a lot of work in over the last couple of weeks, but it's paid off tonight.
Yeah, it has, and like she said, she'll take that. Okay, folks, thanks very much for joining us. We'll be back very shortly. We're just going for a short break, getting ready for the next game. So make sure you stay with us. Hit the subscribe button. When you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you get notified for any time Megavoid Darts go stream. Thanks for watching us so far. We'll be back very shortly. Okay, folks, that's you ready to go. Best of luck, and we'll get a chat with you at the end.
Cheers, all the best.
Yeah, all the best. Yeah.
Game number 14. Niall Culleton against Aaron Turner.
100s.
Niall's 33 from Garde and Kilkenny. Throws the Q-Soul signature dart. 24 grams.
100.
It was top of the league in the Premier League 2. Aaron Turner, 40 from Bayfleet in Surrey. Throws his National League darts
100s.
with Surrey. Sorry. And throws with the Harrows Magnums, 21 gram. We all remember him here.
59.
McAvoy dart streaming, along with his wife Laura and Rob Radsma, winning the Northern Ireland trebles 2 years in a row before the trebles was retired by the NAD.
100s.
And a great treble setup they had too.
Well, I was a big fan of theirs then, particularly because they were Arsenal fans. But that's neither here nor there.
No.
For any of the UKDA players that were watching, Leicester or FA Cup champions.
Oh, right. Wasn't expecting that. To be quite honest.
26.
The surprises keep coming today.
100.
As do the tons. One in there from now. Leaves 157. So he'll have a shot. It's all about setup now for Aaron.
135.
Brilliant setup it is too. Phenomenal setting up.
117.
What a great effort that was.
Brilliant
from
effort.
Niall.
Absolutely brilliant effort. Under pressure.
Yeah, 40 and 1.
And there it is.
Nothing wrong with that.
That's the first leg.
Niall, of course, has been on various online dart competitions.
Absolutely.
Has taken to it like a duck to water.
180.
There's the 180s.
Even on the
Super.
180 live.
Ooh, 41.
55.
This was one of the games that was a standout for me when I first seen the draw coming up.
Absolutely, yeah. I've been looking forward to this one myself, to be fair.
100s.
The problem is it's another one that you could get lost in watching.
Oh. You watch this all day? Well, we have been watching it all day.
Haven't we just?
97.
100s.
And of course, married to the lovely Laura Turner, which we see a brave few more often on our stream or on our screens these days, commentating on the darts ourselves.
Yeah, Laura's made a great breakthrough there in punditry, working with some of the larger broadcasters, and rightly so. She knows the game inside out, very
41.
knowledgeable.
That's why I like to see...
And a phenomenal thrower to go.
That's why I always
with it.
like to see dart players with experience, you know, taking up the comms, you know, because they know what they're talking about. They felt it, they've been there, they know what's going on in a player's mind, you know, it's...
Sometimes I wonder how I managed to get these gigs.
I'm not allowed to say that live.
No.
No, but you've played the game, you know.
125.
You've actually said from your own experiences
Great
yourself
visit.
previously.
Niall on tops.
Ooh, uncharacteristic for him.
48.
You all right? I thought you stubbed your toe there. 94 to go. Aaron. 93. Down he'll go.
34.
32. There it is. And it's one apiece. Again, going into this game, it's the first time the UKDA have led all day.
45.
I can just picture Colin sitting there smelling that Cuban.
He's licking his lips at the thought of going 2 ahead this close to the finishing line.
60.
100.
100.
And they're matching each other.
Fantastic visit there
Super
again
nuts, super
from
nuts.
Niall.
180.
83.
It's a reasonable response.
$60.
116, which is
40.
Niall's more than capable of taking out. Aaron definitely would have wanted more than that.
It's going the 19 route. Just slip below it, I think.
58.
Yeah, he did indeed.
Still, 58 leaves 58. And here's 58 with 100 on top of it. Ooh.
219.
Interesting. Oh!
120.
Now that would have been a first class finish.
18.
And he's opened that
Nah,
door.
you were too quick off the mark.
Yeah, I thought
You
he
were
was
too
a wee
quick
bit
off
quick
the
there.
mark. You didn't want to be waiting and hanging about. You were too quick off the mark.
That's 38 and 1.
There's nothing wrong with that. Just straight in for a start.
Like the
219
milk tray man in the
219.
night, wasn't he?
Ah, he was
Never
in.
seen him coming.
Never seen him coming.
And there we are. Aaron moves into a 2-1 lead.
$97.
Again, it's only 2-1, so all is not lost. But now we'll want to come back as quickly as he can here. He won't want
140.
Aaron getting any closer to the finishing line.
$140.
That's a great replay from Niall.
$100.
55.
It's another engrossing game, Mark.
Yeah, nothing really between them at all. Oh, here we got about to fill it up.
140.
Oh, unlucky.
It's a strong visit at this stage of the leg, though.
Well, it nudges him ahead.
Niall's responding here.
99.
And he did.
10 plays 1-2-1. 1-2-1 coming in for Aaron. He's already had a crack at 158. Oh, he went.
And a very good crack at it was too.
These
89.
good last start there. Leaves himself in 32 coming in. Puts the pressure on this 110. Oh, and that one dart he didn't want to hit.
Just as he said, of all the ones you had to hit, it was a 1.
Absolute idiot. 71.
You can just hear the disappointment there.
That's like you're almost giving your opponent a
free go.
You know,
you're giving them a free go too.
But you're building so much confidence into them by your language. You know,
I'll tell you the truth. They looked in.
Yeah.
Both of them looked in.
Got to teach yourself to
to
keep that in. You know, especially at online darts because it gives such an advantage.
Yeah, it's more you can hear more.
29.
You wouldn't notice it much at a venue because of the noise.
Correct.
The atmosphere and the noise around you, but you tend to be that wee bit more tuned into
32 in
super finish.
2.
It's a great dart from Aaron, and
You
he
seem to
builds
be that wee
gap.
bit more tuned into the other person's response, how they're talking, how you can hear that them audio cues are there for you to pick up on if somebody's not exactly on their game.
Well, it's fight or flight mode now for now. You got to win them all. If you're to pull this back to
85.
7 apiece. Kevin, do any have his tactic boards out?
135.
There's still plenty of darts to be thrown after this game, all right, but when you're getting onto that home straight, you don't want to be seeing a gap opening up
100.
between you and your opponent.
You do not.
$140.
And that's more like now. 135, 140. This is exactly what he needs to be doing.
$97.
Great recovery. Great switch.
$58.
Now it's
And he hasn't left to finish.
no. I was just
Not
going to say
thinking,
Nad
not
struggled
thinking.
there to look at the situation he was in.
Not thinking.
41.
He's been let off. Let's be honest, that was a let off.
And if there's anyone knows about letting off, Mark.
43.
I don't know what you mean by that.
Now 178. Tidy this up, Aaron, and
It's game over, I would say.
there's bigger pressure on Niall than he would like.
43.
And he's
Again, you're opening the door for him.
good start. Well, second one needed a treble.
65.
60 coming in, 135 coming in for Aaron. 110. Oh, drop well low on that one. So now it's coming in on 60.
45. 58.
Taps. He needs to be putting this away.
20.
Oh, again. Not taking his chances. $20 left for the match.
Yeah,
And
77 and 2.
It's there.
Well done, Aaron.
Cheers, Niall. Thank you.
Good game. Sorry I didn't give you a better game.
No, I know. I mean, Christ, I think I stole most of them.
Yeah, after look, it is what it is. What can you do?
No, it is. It is where the game is all, about taking your chances, I guess. But
yeah,
no, I definitely stole a couple of them off you, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
You were you were like the milk tray man, and nobody seen you coming there in the middle of the night, Darren. You absolutely. To be honest with you, what you did was you punished Nell for missing. When Nell made a mistake, you capitalised on it. And look, that's what you got to do in these situations. There's very little between you as throwers, but now just wasn't your day, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, sure. Look, you can't have them all your own way.
That's the truth. That's the truth. Guys, thanks so much for joining us on the stream.
Yeah, cheers, lads.
We're going to move on quickly to our next game. But listen, well done, both players, and Aaron, of course, giving another leg to the UKDA. Well done.
Thank you, mate. Cheers.
All the best, Aaron. All the best.
Cheers, now.
Okay, lads. Cheers, guys.
Well, Mark, stats speak for themselves here. Niall Cullerton scored well, but the more consistent throw was absolutely with Aaron there just throughout. And the biggest piece of the puzzle was the finishing.
Yeah, Niall missed, Aaron didn't.
That's it. That's exactly right. And that's the difference. That's what's put the UKDA into a 2-game advantage going into the last 4.
Colin's getting that.
So
he's getting that Cuban out ready to go.
It's getting edgy. Folks, we'll be back very shortly with our next game. Please do stay with us.
Perfect. All the best, Andy.
All the best, guy, mate.
Well, Mark, we're back.
We're back.
Another game.
59.
Getting to the finishing line now. Game 15. We have Conor Heenahan against Andy Harker. Conor 22 from Clare Morrison, Mayo. Throws a unicorn Gary Anderson,
58.
21 gram. Fourth overall in the INDO Premier League 2. Andy Harker, 26 years of age.
100.
From Buckley in Wales. Throws his National League darts McLeod. And throws with a featherlight 15
46.
gram dart. He played for Team Savage in the UKDA Challenge 1. So Mr. Savage knows his player.
60.
Most people watching McAvoy darts will have experienced watching Andy.
96.
This is a game with a bit of added pressure on it now, considering the scoreline, Mark. And
well,
we're in game 1 of the last 4.
57.
UKDA just need 1 for a draw, 2 for a win.
140.
That's more like Conor. Conor, like his brother Martin, an incredible power scorer.
Very accomplished thrower.
84.
I once had the pleasure of having
62.
both of them on the same stream.
Yeah, indeed.
Playing against each other. And it was an absolute belter of a game.
$99.
It makes me glad that I get into doing the streaming.
Good darts.
Super darts there from Conor. Like when I've seen some of the games, I've covered some of the matches that I've covered. Brilliant.
Yeah, some of the ones we've watched have been, even some of the ones today.
135.
Well, we had one that definitely wouldn't have been out of place on one of the Sky Sports channels. Put it that way. But what about Sky Sports? What about McAvoy darts?
I was just going to say, which Sky Sports channel are we talking about? Must be Sky Sports
85.
Mix or something. Not many of them. But there's only one McAvoy darts.
There's only one McAvoy darts.
60.
What better way to spend your
Thanks a
Saturday
lot.
evening than enjoying the darts with us? Perhaps a few sociables, if you can.
Well, I'll certainly be packing in the
85.
sociables when this match is over.
And who knows, we could be live in some venues at this very moment in time. We've seen that before.
96.
Wasn't it one of the pubs? One of the boys was St Martin had it on in the pub and the big TV on and the speaker, the big speaker going, and they were all sitting watching McAvoy darts streaming. It was for one of the Northern Ireland competitions, wasn't it?
Don't be afraid to
Game in 3.
a picture in. That's a great finish.
Great finish from Andy. Levels things up.
Send us a picture into the McAvoy Darts Facebook group of how you're enjoying your setup, your glass of wine, or...
Yeah, we normally would have a wee picture from Susan by now. Our 4 big giant TV.
Well, it takes a while for the photographer to get there. So
59.
give Susan her dues. Takes a photographer 2.5 hours to get from the living room to the kitchen. That's by your descriptive, of course.
I must just show you that video. I must just show you it.
140.
Great darts from Conor. A big shout out to Darts Corner, the Dart Superstore sponsoring today's live streams.
180.
There's the 180. Knew that would come. And this is a tight one at one each.
29.
Oh my God, 40.
Getting to the nitty gritty now.
$66.
And that's unfortunate.
Teammates on either side engrossed in every leg at this point.
$98.
Leaves himself on 125 after 12 darts.
28.
Ooh, and that's not what Connor would have been looking. 100 left. 80 left.
65.
And we'll get back to doing it, having a shot out. No pressure on him on this one.
85.
Oh, big miss there. Taps.
40.
Open the door here for Connor.
Well, that's a
94.
chance. That's a chance that I don't think Connor thought he was going to get.
He's on taps. Oh, pulled it.
74.
And probably pulled that a wee bit too. Bit anxious there, I think.
Anxiety's bound to set in at this point in the game, Mark.
Tens for Andy as well. And is that two blockers?
10.
Oh, he come inside. He went for it. Fair play to him. He went
got
for
to
it.
attack the double.
And he's come inside as well, Connor. 2 fives.
10.
Ooh, both of them on 2 fives.
In 1.
And that's the good finish for Andy. First start. 2-1 lead.
Well, the door was ajar there. Connor just didn't walk through it. He had it slammed shut.
40.
Andy should build confidence from there.
31.
And if he does...
Connor starts to strain a wee shade on him. Normally not like him.
$83.
And Andy's just taking full advantage. 140 followed by 81.
125.
That's more like Connor. Back in the treble again for Andy.
133.
Super darts. Super darts.
60.
$105.
Oh, that was unlucky. I actually had it in.
134.
I was waiting for him to confirm it, but it didn't happen.
Thought the celebrations were about to start.
In 1.
Good darts again.
You can start that now. So, again, backs to the wall stuff here for Connor.
$60.
We haven't had, I noticed, we haven't had
42.
a game that just went to 4-3 in the men's today, have we? Nobody's just. We haven't went to a last leg decider.
I think we maybe had one
84.
in the early going. Although when I look back on it, I can't remember which one.
No,
So
I
you
don't-
could be right.
Yeah, I don't think we haven't had a 4-3 today in the men's. It's been 4-2, 4-1.
This is the thing, when you get ahead, you got to close out, and all of the players on both sides of the teams here are well capable of closing out.
Yeah. Look, at this stage, this standard, you miss, you get punished.
85.
$65.
And that's a good switch. Leaves himself on the finish. Thinking, good thinking. That's 2 trebles. Could be about to fill the third one.
135.
Unlucky. Wrong side.
Still a fantastic visit at this stage.
Yeah, puts the pressure on this one. 67.
58.
Connor's just not in it.
Oh, 1-4-3. What a way this would be.
58.
Again, that door's ajar for Connor. Oh,
gee.
still there. He needs. I think he's just crept.
just
he
under.
just crept in underneath that 54. 85 coming in for Andy. $70 left. He's going for the bull route.
60.
Unlucky. Good go at it. Good go at it. With your opponent in 68, you have to.
Yeah, 68 to go then.
I can't see many chances after this. He needs to be putting this away.
36.
25 coming in for the match. 2 12s.
Game in 2.
And that's it.
There it is.
Sorry, Connor. Sorry, man.
No worries.
You were lucky there. You had a lot of scores. So you had a couple of 66s, which could have been quite easily bigger scores, mate. You're really unlucky there.
Anything about that game, I was shy.
Yeah, help you there, mate. You were really unlucky. It's fell a couple of scores, and it should have been much higher, but you don't need to travel sometimes. It just doesn't happen for you.
Yeah, I'm not drinking either, so that's it.
Which is, I was going to say, considering. Yeah, I've done a few drinks.
I think, Andy, you had the better consistency and a few of the higher scores, and you're finishing towards the end. Well, your finishing was actually, you took out a couple of good finishes there. Connor just didn't play as well as we expect him, and we know he normally does play.
No, he's top player. You know, you've been playing well, because I think you've been playing in quite a few of Alan's comps, haven't you?
Yeah.
You've been playing really well in them, so it's like it's expected him to play a bit better. But if you're playing without a drink, it's incredibly difficult. But no, it's really unlucky. I took out a couple of good finishes at the right times. Otherwise, it could have been quite different. But no, it's one of them. It just fell for me today. Could have fought for you, Connor, next time.
You played steady, so fair play. Well done.
Cheers, man. Thanks very much.
Okay, lads. Thanks very much for joining us. It's been a pleasure having you on.
Yes, thanks very much.
Thanks.
Thanks very. It's been a pleasure. Good luck and bye bye.
Take care, guys.
All the best.
Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
Well, what can be said, Mark? Yeah, I think we saw what we saw, and the scoring shows that the averages. Andy was maybe just a step ahead.
Yeah, a very off-colour Connor there. Let's be honest. I've seen Connor perform far better than that. And again, you can't fault Andy. Andy took out a couple of good finishes when he needed them, like he said himself. And that was the difference. And he was getting down. He was giving himself the opportunities. Connor had a few chances, didn't take them, and punished for it.
And look, the UKDA have moved into a lead which can be caught but not surpassed at this point.
Yes.
So this next game is going to be all vital, and it'll be really interesting to watch Laura Turner to see if she can make that lead unassailable for the UKDA.
Well, she'll have a good go at it, knowing Laura.
So, folks, we'll be back very, very shortly. Please do stay with us. We've got 3 games left of the day's event. Great to have you all day. Remember, hit the subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and make sure you hit that bell for notifications when we're live.
I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you. Come along and see it's true, but the world is pretty cold. You might need a sweater too. I'ma put a ride on ya. Kid from California, trying to make it in life. In school they never taught ya. Dreams of my own, I've been working from home. I can do it on my own, but sometimes it gets cold like.
Okay, ladies, that's shoes. Best of luck, and we'll get a wee word with you at the end.
Okay, thank you. Best of luck, Laura.
Yeah, you too.
Oh dear, 29.
So, Mark, this is the one.
Game 16. Yeah,
140.
We've had
super start.
We've had
Thank
Tanya
you.
on before.
Tanya's a great bit of crack, you know. We actually don't need to commentate on this because Tanya will talk throughout.
That's right.
You'll know exactly what's
85.
happening.
Tanya Evie, 55 from Castle Bar in Mayo. Throws with a unicorn. Phil Taylor, Phase 5, Generation 2.
60.
26 grams. Well, there's nothing more that can be said about Laura that hasn't been said already. 37, Benfleet in Surrey.
70.
Throws our National League darts for Surrey. Throws with a Cosmo custom made 26 gram. Husband of Aaron, who we had on earlier on. And her previous appearance on McAvoy Darts has been in Team Savage in UKDA, the Challenge 1.
45.
Laura these days does a lot of commentating online or on the big darts occasions now.
It's great to see the ladies getting representation across the board.
Yeah, well.
In darts, both through the analysis and punditry, commentating, and of course actually playing as well.
19.
Laura, of course, a former Northern Ireland Open champion.
Indeed, yes.
Multiple time finalist as well.
Double triple champion.
85.
Along with the
Nice
husband,
darts.
Aaron Turner and Rob Radsmith.
A double triple champion. It doesn't even roll off the tongue, that, does it?
No, you have to think about it.
A double triple champion.
30.
Try saying that after a few.
Indeed.
I might try that later. So if you get a text at 2 o'clock in the morning, you'll know I'm trying it.
57.
Right, 56 to go here.
Wasn't far away there now.
36.
Oh, I would have given it. I would have given it to her.
Yeah, all over it there.
$39.
Tanya just having a ropey first leg, let's call it.
10.
Oh,
Unlucky, sweetheart.
Does she really mean that? Does she really mean that?
She actually does.
Of course
because
she does. She's far too nice.
I had the pleasure of speaking to this lady during
46.
The Premier League knockout phase, and a lady you could listen to.
Yeah, absolutely.
For ages, you know.
Brilliant form she brings, and
Yeah, game shots and 3.
good leg.
Well done.
To win,
Thank you.
good leg to win. She was open. She was letting Tanya back into that mark, but Laura secures the first leg. Kevin Devaney is at this point shaking a little.
Oh.
But look, the game's being played in great spirit, as we know.
Well, if anything, Tanya played in great spirit.
But bragging rights is bragging rights.
Oh, of course it is.
You know, and if you can get them, get them. I would be greatly surprised if Colin Savage doesn't have this reported to the national media. If Laura can go on and do the business here. But there's a lot of darts to be thrown yet. It's still a big if. Tanya just needs to settle in a wee bit and
47.
get her game flowing. Hope you're all enjoying watching from home or from the pub or wherever you are watching. The beauty of McAvoy Darts, you can be online watching, you can be you can be out for a run.
We bring it right into your living room.
Just listening to us.
Or onto your phone.
Onto your phone.
Or whatever device.
Laptop. We're everywhere.
We're everywhere.
I remember one of the first times when I was coming to do a bit of commentary for McAvoy Darts. My wife asked me, "What is it that you're doing this on? Will you be on TV?"
41.
And I said YouTube, and she said, "How dare you?"
That's too late for that.
Yeah.
It's been
She realised very quick, and she said, "It's a very apt name for someone like you doing it." So thank you very much.
Oh dear, I definitely will be looking forward to that drink later.
Funny, you're not the first person to say that, having listened to me all day.
Laura's been that wee bit more consistent.
Good friend of the channel, Damien Bradley, once told me he had to go to therapy after spending the day on commentary with me.
And one of the McAvoy Darts commentators
29.
was actually the first one.
Indeed. Damien, part of our crew, along with many others. Even Kevin Devaney's done a spot of commentary.
Oh, indeed.
I think for a Fallon Sherrick game, he was certainly in the commentary booth. I don't know if he
56.
commentated, but he was in the booth.
Well, he was
And
watching.
then
He was watching.
He was commentating, watching Newry's own Tommy McCartney at the
He did.
down at the Killarney Darts Festival.
28.
Hopefully, we'll be able to get to see a brave few of these players come November.
Oh, well, we hold out great hope for it. Mary Nugent says, "Tans is a darling. Ain't you just? A true lady of the sport." Look at that for a finish.
Great darts.
Great
Thank
finishing.
you.
He says there. I detected the Scottish accent straight away, and he says, "Scottish?" And she went, "Yes, I am indeed." He says, "What took you to Mayo?" She says, "My husband."
Well,
there was no answer in that.
No. She officially in the right place. Oh, Tanya's such a great character in the darts, and such a lovely person to talk to and sit and have a crack with. It would almost put me off if I was playing her, because she's just so nice. You don't want to beat her. It's not putting Laura off at the minute. She's 2-0 up. Ton hit to start the leg, and she could be
45.
currently on the jet train to a win here.
27.
Tanya becoming a little despondent maybe with her performance here, Mark. Can you hear just the drop in
You can just
her tone?
It's just trying her heart out here. There's no doubt about it. They're just not going for it.
55.
And again, that's hard to throw against if you're Laura, because at any moment Tanya's likely to turn around, hit banging 2 trebles and
79.
Yeah, we just
You know,
did.
yeah.
She just did. Just on cue.
And that's bound to be so, off-putting in a way, because you don't know what's coming.
100.
Laura's
super nice.
Thank you.
But Laura, as ever, a true professional, doesn't let her guard down for that.
She's one of the top lady dart throwers now in the UK. So
83.
this was always going to be a hard match for Tanya.
100.
Just setting that up
super nice
nicely.
again.
Thank you.
Ton 45, 55, ton. Consistency at its best.
Absolutely.
57.
Now, to be fair, Tanya's had a bit more joy when she went down to the 19s, alright, but
Yeah, sometimes a wee switch doesn't do any harm. Especially if you feel that you're not getting any benefit out of the 20s. 81 left for Laura. She doesn't have to really push on the last
45.
one. Here's her 56 2-dart finish for her.
Six 35. Unlucky.
Drop below it.
now Tanya needs to find that treble. And she did. And again.
63.
Yeah, game shot in one.
There it
Oh,
is.
brilliant. Well done.
Oh, thank you.
I'm so sorry I didn't give you a game.
Oh, no, don't. I was really nervous.
Yeah, me too. I was honestly really, really nervous, and I just didn't bring anything to the party. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, never apologise. We're all just having a game, aren't we? Putting ourselves out there, giving it
I
a go.
know, but I played like an absolute beginner.
There's nothing for you to apologise for, Tanya. What you did was you stuck in there. You kept going. You were up against an opponent who did play well. Scored the scores when she needed them and took out the finishing fairly quickly. So I would say, all in all, you didn't do all that bad, Tanya. Let's be honest.
Oh, yeah, I gave it a bash, but I know I can do better. It's always disappointing when you don't bring it to the party, isn't it?
Of course it is.
But not to take anything away from Laura, that was lovely, steady scoring, great checking out,
Yeah, and look, it can be as difficult as an opponent watching your opponent struggle, knowing they can play better, because it can distract you worrying, well, what's going to come next? If they find the rhythm, will it put me out of mind? So, Laura, to be fair, a professional performance there to oversee the UKDA getting into an unassailable lead now.
Yeah.
So you've got them over the line, Laura. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, no, it's great. I mean, playing online darts, I mean, it's been a brilliant facility whilst we've all been in this lockdown, but it is so different. And I've been practicing lots, but I realised when I started playing, I probably haven't played a game of 501 since I played on the UKDA stream last time. So it was I was genuinely nervous, which sounds really strange when you're just playing in your front room, but I enjoyed
just the
it.
thought of knowing that people are tuning in and watching. I think that does it for me. I get nervous.
Yeah, because you want to do your best and you always want to play. It's not necessarily it's not necessarily about the win. It's actually just about playing as well as you can. And I think as soon as you start thinking like that, it always goes a bit wrong. So I think we were both in the same boat on that.
I think that's exactly what it is. I couldn't have put that any better myself, Laura. Okay, ladies, thanks very much for joining us. It was an absolute pleasure having you on, and well done, Laura, and unlucky, Tanya.
No.
Like you said, might have been different on another day. But thanks, ladies, for joining us.
No bother. Well done, Laura.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
See you guys.
Bye bye.
unlucky there, Tanya. You just feels, you can feel in her voice there, you know, even herself, like she feels disappointed. But here, look, you know,
we've all been there. We've all been disappointed in our performances.
We've had them games where just nothing is going to has not gone for you at all, and you're seeing wee glimpses of what you can do. You know,
you're on an uphill battle, Mark, when you're going to play one of the top lady players in the UK. And it's maybe, you know, yes, you've been on the stream once or twice before. But reality is you're going in there to try and represent a team as well, which is a different environment.
But Laura said as well herself there that she was actually she was nervous herself. So she said the last time that she played was on the stream. I think she said.
I think both players can certainly do better than what they showed. However, Laura marches on, and so do the UKDA. So now we have 2 games remaining. And let's be very clear. There's still a lot to play for here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
If nothing else, the individuals have to go out there and perform their best in the last 2 games for themselves and for the team. So we're going to look forward to the next one, guys. We'll be back hopefully very, very quickly with our last 2 games. Please do stay with us, and thanks. Hope you're enjoying the stream.
Okay, lads, that's you ready to go. Best of luck, and we'll get a wee word with you at the end.
Good to go, Rob.
Yeah, all the best, David.
So, Mark, we're down to the penultimate game of the evening.
We are indeed.
45.
What a great day it's been overall, to be fair.
Absolutely super. Darts is top drawer.
Darts has been the winner today, there's no doubt.
Definitely so. We're on game 17.
59.
David Concannon against Rob Rickwood. David Concannon, 30 from Roscommon. Unknown darts, 23 grams.
And 40.
Good darts there from David.
You know how to throw them.
David finished 5th on the Premier League.
125.
But we all know David from years ago. David was a regular on the Irish squad.
180.
I think, wasn't it European champions under Ollie Monaghan?
Yeah, it was indeed. There's another 180 for the list.
And I missed that one.
60.
Rob Rickwood, 49 from Burnley. National League side, throws his National League darts with Lancashire. And he throws another unknown darts, 22 grams.
I'd love to know what these unknown darts are.
That's darts that when you bought them
121
years ago and you don't remember where or who that was. Or you're like Elish's Daddy Connie, and he tells you that they're definitely.
Oh, that's it. They're definitely tungsten.
And a great finish by David.
I have a couple of tungsten sets myself.
I started off with a brass set, I must admit. I started off with brass darts and migrated on to tungsten.
58.
$100.
60.
Ton for Rob.
85.
Steady scoring from Rob.
137.
Great darts again from David. David, this is what David used to do. He was phenomenal.
Well, it's what he currently does too.
No, but
but I get your point.
When he was playing at the Europeans that time, and he was winning virtually every competition at that time.
It's another 180.
A big fan of David's.
180.
100.
Yeah, David, this was a regular occurrence for David.
34.
And that's unlucky. Good effort at it. And then he disappeared off the radar for a long time, but he had moved to Australia, I think, for a while, and was back again.
36.
He took a bit of a time out from the Irish dart scene, but he's a quality player, Mark.
There's no doubt about it. Oh, the lad used to
used to do exactly that.
Yeah.
No.
Dynamite doubles and power scoring.
When he entered a competition, if he wasn't in the final, he was winning it. I should have said that the other way around, shouldn't I? If he wasn't winning it, he was in the finals and semis.
Been a long day.
It's been a long day.
96.
That's good darts from Rob. Letting David know he's still in this game.
I'd like to thank everybody again for sticking with us on YouTube, joining us today, and special thanks to Darts Corner for sponsoring the stream.
$180.
It's another one.
180.
45.
$81.
That's a good backup after a 180.
Good score, 96, 180, 81, 144 after 9 darts.
60.
$128.
Super darts, 16 left after 12.
59.
David just off the boil in this leg.
Yeah, double 8 to pull one back.
Oh, look at that. Waking the neighbours. Yeah, wrong house.
$76.
To leave Shanghai, double 8 to go.
You're in 2.
There it is.
Pulls one back.
It goes 2-1. This could be one of those games, Mark, you know. This could be one of those games.
$49.
Super darts. First one just sat nicely. The next two just right on top of
Absolutely,
it.
yeah. Stackers.
Just sat nicely on it. As Phil Taylor used to say, the stackers. What do you think about this senior tour?
Well, I think there's probably room for it. Whether or not it's overly gimmicked or not, I don't know, because is it actually going to be competitive enough? You know, like there's some guys who've joined that senior tour who are coming off the pro tour
100
to join the seniors tour, and is that just to guarantee themselves a few quid, or is it actually going to be competitive? You know,
I would say, well, when you've got the likes of Phil Taylor involved and Fred Hankey, they are going to be competitive. Or they're going to try, put it that way.
Yeah, well, you know, I think there's definitely room for it. I would say they probably need to have a reasonably decent structure to it.
Yeah.
You know, and I think it needs to be.
I suppose
it needs to be almost. It needs.
Treble 19. Oh, he's just.
It needs to be an event that is ran, which coincides with the other events. It shouldn't take away from them, if that makes sense.
Yeah. 155 coming in for David. You feel he needs to be doing something here with it? Or it's going to be 2 all?
42.
There's some players that are. Oof. Unbelievable. Such a lie.
You couldn't have got them any closer without getting them in.
I was going to say, such a lie for it.
93.
Oh, it's unlucky.
So yeah, look at. I'll look forward to seeing what happens with it, Mark. You know.
Again, 2 wire cutters, as we used to call them.
10.
That's the way to do it. That's punishment.
That's
what you got to do.
That was punishment of the first degree.
$60.
thank all the players too for during the week and that setting up, doing
100.
tests on the Zoom and that, making sure that everything went to plan for today. And I have to say, it has went fairly clockwork. One or two small minor glitches.
100.
Absolutely, everybody's played their part, haven't they?
And the quality of the boards has been absolutely brilliant all day. I've been absolutely delighted with the coverage and the quality of the boards.
They've all really done well.
100.
That's why we like to put the
140.
That's why we like to put the effort into it, you know. All the graphics and that. We want to make it a great experience for anybody watching it at home.
And anybody who's taken part, you know, to be able to watch it back. And
yeah, and like these memories are there forever. It'll be up on YouTube for life.
That's
you
it.
know, so people can
show your kids, show your grandkids.
Correct.
Show your wife, show your husband.
Future wife, maybe.
Future ex-wife.
ow, ow. Well, I've been doing that right.
105.
And that was a great effort for that 141, but did he?
No, he went for the 20. He went for the 25 to leave 36.
Oh, sorry. Apologise. Yeah. It's well saying that you're awake.
44.
David's sort of drifted out of this a wee bit.
Well, Rob's been very, very steady.
Yeah, Rob's been great.
He's been very steady.
Finishing it, let Rob down again.
Yeah, it's right.
And that's it.
Didn't let him down there when he needed it.
3-2. It's been a very enjoyable day, and I'd like to thank Darts Corner, the Darts Superstore, for sponsoring the two streams today.
140.
Great darts there from Rob again.
It's
been great also working with the INDO and the UKDA for the last few weeks, getting these things
100.
all organised and ready, and player pictures, all the player information.
1, 2, 3.
That's unlucky.
Wow, 66.
Now, you would expect David to come in, as he has done many a time, and punish.
First one in.
Punish a score like that.
99.
To some degree. He's pulling himself back in the leg.
He's left himself within touch and distance.
But Rob has a chance here just to set up. If he can be neat and tidy here.
47.
Ooh.
Well, it's not the worst ever, but he'll have wanted more.
There's treble, two of them. Will he go for the third or will he go down?
Go for the third. You may as well. You're there now. Get my counter going up. He did.
Fair play to him. He went for it.
The counter stays the same.
76.
72 plays 79. 79 coming in for David. 20 for Taps. Oh, what a marker. What a mark. Oh, unlucky.
59.
On the wire.
You could have given it. You could have given it. There's the 12. There's the 20. Oh.
32.
I expected that to go in, to nestle in the top corner. 2 10s for David.
Oh, he's come inside.
He's come inside again.
Okay.
Good Lord. And here we are, top of the house, to go 3 each and give Mark his dream of a 4-3 game for the day.
Yeah, into that.
And here it is. We're going.
There
We're getting a 4-3 game, Mark, just as you asked.
All the best.
All the best, sir.
Both are averaging around the same. David's averaging around 78.62. Rob is 79.92. There's little or nothing in it.
Both touching 80, and
It's
to be
like-
fair,
it's like my house here, nothing in it. Only us two empty vessels.
yes, 2 empty vessels, but they make the most noise.
They do. They do. Hence why we're doing the commentating.
Yeah, very true.
81.
That's better from David.
Might have to put some sort of warning notice on the streams, Mark, when they go to be viewed again, and you know, may have sharp increases in volume.
Oh, definitely.
Particularly during Paul Harvey's approach to
Oh,
a
yeah.
161.
140.
That's unlucky. That could have went out. That could have been a 180 on any other day.
$100.
Yeah, just
7.
a nice steady score.
$100.
There's literally nothing between these players, Mark.
Just set it up now.
92.
That's exactly what he's done. He knows he's getting 3 darts at it. Rob can't do anything but pressure from 181.
100.
81 plays 32. 32 coming in for a 4-3 win for
First
David.
start up.
And he does it in the first start.
You get it,
Yeah.
Sunday. Well played, man.
Fair start. No game.
Too many missed goals, well played. Though.
It was a good game, lads. A very good game to watch. The game sort of swung. You went into a 2-0 lead, David, and then Rob came back at you with a couple of good legs, and his finishing then sort of allowed you back in a wee bit. Then to go, I think it was 3-1 up, wasn't it? And then you pulled it back. Pulled it back to 3-all.
Don't remind me.
But
it's just nothing on that last leg. You just need to set up with a good 3 darts and add and he did, I think.
Oh, he did. He came in there. He had a 181, he had 181 coming in, but he had set himself on 32. So it was, you know, he was giving himself 3 clear darts at it. You know.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he played well there. You know, I enjoyed it, and you know, it's all for charity, and it's, you know, that's what it's all about. Enjoying
Yeah,
it.
it is indeed. Yeah,
and meeting new people and playing different people.
yeah, it is indeed, Rob. Yep, you've hit the nail on the head.
You know.
David, well played. It went to 3-all there. But you come out with a cracking last leg there. You just put it beyond Rob's distance there, but Rob's reach.
He don't. I normally do. I'm never speaking to him again.
And you'd be right. Guys, listen, thanks a million for joining us again. We're going to just have a quick look through the stats here, and we'll have to move on to the last game, but it was a pleasure and a really great game. Thanks a million.
Okay, lads, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys.
Yes, all the best. Thanks so much.
Yeah, so good tight game between the two of them. Look, 0.2 in the average between
That's
the two.
exactly
of them.
what I was saying. There was literally nothing between the players the entire way through it. You know, I think like Rob's consistency of score, you know, David's power scoring in the early stages of the game really brought him up there. But that last leg was fantastic.
Yeah, it was. He just showed, you know, why he was just such an effective, or he is such an effective player. You know, no problems there. Just he rattled off them scores there, left himself in a great position, and just showed Rob a clean pair of heels in that last leg.
Worst leg 20 darts out of 7 legs. We'll take that any day of the week.
Would definitely take that any day of the week. Okay, folks, we're into the last day. We're just heading now for the last break. We'll be back with you very shortly with the last game of the evening. And thanks so far for everybody that has come on and watched us. It's been a pleasure so far, and we will be back very shortly. Okay, lads, best of luck. Enjoy your game, and we'll get a wee chat with you when the
Oh,
match is
well.
over.
I'm 100%.
All the best, mate.
And here we are, final game of the
58.
evening, Mark.
Indeed, it's been a long one.
Yeah, but it's flown by, hasn't it? It's been great darts all day, very competitive. Some really interesting games.
60.
I've enjoyed them, thoroughly enjoyed them. Great day's entertainment. Great to be able to take it and
41.
give it to the people at home to be able to sit and watch it. Game 18, we have Ronan Donnelly against James Hurrell. Ronan is 43 from Ratoath and Meath. Throws with a target, Tony O'Shea.
83.
Jan 2 with 26 gram. Ronan finished 11th in the Premier League.
60.
He made the top 10 because Colin McGarry finished 8th in the Premier League, and being a NIDO player didn't qualify for this, so that brought Ronan up into the 10th spot. James Hurrell, 36, from Morton in
40.
in Marsh, plays his National League darts for Gloucestershire, and he throws with Super Darts signature James Hurrell dart, 24 gram.
Yeah, no stranger to the stream.
82.
Definitely not.
James has been on previously, played very well. He'd be looking to replicate that today.
95. $100.
Good darts from James.
$83.
Game in 2.
And that's a great finish.
Just what you want to start your first leg. Snappy finish. Give you a bit of confidence. Early doors, knowing you can hit the double when needed.
$60.
$96. $100.
Good steady start. Ronan's not doing an awful lot wrong here.
135.
Staying with him, playing well.
It's what you want to see, isn't it?
85.
Ronan's score didn't update there. Ah, it is now.
Must have ran out of chalk.
60.
$100.
$41.
Game's moving at a pace that kind of suits
100.
James at the minute. It's a good leave there. Leave himself a 56.
$58.
And Ronan would have wanted a bit more there. Mary, well said, Mary.
Game in 3.
And there's the Hillbilly striking again. 56, clean check. Mary, we've enjoyed bringing it to you. It's been a great day of starts. It really has. Phenomenal. Every player's played their part, and everybody watching the same. We really appreciate you guys coming on, spending your day with us.
85.
$100.
James is kicking off this leg again. Just how you finished the last. Nice
1-2-1.
steady darts. Good answer though from Ronan there.
Average ways. James is that wee bit out in front.
55.
He's averaging around about 88.69. Ronan's averaging around about 70.9. So there's about 16 in the difference.
James has been a bit more steady in his throw.
$100.
I know how you feel, Ronan. I've been there, mate. I have been there when it hasn't been going for you.
39.
Especially after banging out 1-2-1, 100, and then all of a sudden it just disappears. And the next three, that starts. That's the beauty of the game and the hateful thing about it.
That's why we all play them.
Wow. 41.
Big hit. 138.
Yeah.
And that was unlucky for a 156 from Ronan. Just letting us know that he's not out of this game yet.
13.
And he'll have time to knock out these two 8s or 2 9s. And he split it, wise decision.
10 score.
So 8 coming in. He's getting an R3 darts at it at least.
Yeah, well, this leg from here should be going the way of Ronan Donnelly. All James can do is try and add a little bit of pressure. He's not going to do too much with that.
45.
But he's in a position to be fair.
Game of 2.
Yeah, what I mean.
And there it is. So it moves to 2-1. It's a bit more like it. They're finding the treble again. A bit more steady from James.
57.
Ronan will need to find the same form as he had in the last leg to pull this one back and make it a straight race.
180.
There's the 180.
Super darts, super darts.
180.
24.
Thank you, Ollie. You're 100% right. Well done to everybody involved today. It's been
Going
phenomenal.
for another one.
180.
Another one.
180.
Mark's just raging. It wasn't at the start.
I am. Would you believe how much I am raging at that?
He loves a 9-dart attempt, does Mark.
Well, we haven't had one yet on the stream. I know at some point we probably will have. We can very super darts.
Yeah, what a leg.
We came close once with Robbie Green, Newry City Darts Open.
Yeah.
Missed the 212s.
Missed the 212s, yeah.
Missed the 212s.
96.
So James moves into a 3-1 lead, and that just might be too much of a hill to climb for Ronan. The way James is playing, he's found a rhythm that suits.
180.
180 on the lipstick.
3 180s in his last 4 throws. My goodness. My Guinness.
Ross Brace getting a clear out in today. That's the first connection that has went dodgy on us today.
Well, you always get one. Better it happening at the
Got the
very
score
end than
for
at the very start.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just put the stroke, yeah.
Right, okay, yeah, cool.
no, the two boys will have it sorted out between themselves. Right, lad, I want 180.
Well, that delay might have took him off his kilter there. Poor Mark's devastated. Devastated. If you could only see
You
his
wouldn't
face.
believe it. You wouldn't believe it.
The sadness streams from him. From the stream machine.
I'll have to bury my disappointment in a few tins later.
That's it, yeah.
Great replay. Keeps him in touch. Keeps him in touch.
$44.
Is that all?
Is that it?
Is that all?
Can't believe it.
No lipstick.
Not on this occasion.
4.
Yeah, we didn't hear a score there. 40 something, was it?
Oh.
48 he hit.
32.
Opens the door for Ronan to get in there, and
95.
that's better. 107 plays 145. James coming in on 145. 85 left. 70 left. Set it up. And he set it up nicely.
105.
40 left
Fantastic.
coming in.
107's doable here though for Ronan.
You just feel he has to take it out.
He was never too far away there, all the same, was he?
95.
Oh, just below.
Game in 2.
And that's
There it is.
There.
Game shot on the match. Wow.
Well played,
James.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Absolutely superb. Some absolutely cracking scoring, especially them back-to-back 180s. Why could you not do that at the start of the bloody leg?
Sorry, mate.
You're all right. It was good. Lads played. Both of you played. You were playing very, very well in patches at times, you know. But James, you seemed to grow into the game. You got that wee bit steadier as the match progressed.
Yeah, I was a bit nervous to start the game, to be honest, because I've had a busy day and that. But yeah, grew into it a bit. Yeah, and got a bit of confidence when it went 2-0. I got a bit confident then. So
yeah, you could see that. You could see the confidence coming in there. But it was a great game to watch. Ronan, he just didn't give you an awful lot to work with at all. He played that well. You were just coming behind, and any chances at all were just few and far between.
Look, as the lad says, the key to winning the game of darts is don't give your opponent a shot at a double, and I didn't score well enough. I didn't score well enough to do that.
Is correct. And well, unfortunately today, just wasn't your day. But yeah, do you know what? You had some great scoring there, but you just weren't getting the opportunities to turn them scores into a shot at a double.
Is right. Look, no, I didn't score enough, and in fairness to James, he them 180s killed me in along the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Played better man won on the night, as simple as.
Yeah, phenomenal game from you there, James. To be honest, you really just took off in the middle of it. But look, congratulations to you. Absolutely brilliant, and a great way to end the stream with such a great performance. So well done to both players. We're just going to have a quick flip through the stats, guys.
And,
but again, thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it.
Cheers, boys. Great charity and everything, and great streaming, boys. Thanks very much.
Okay, lads, thanks very much for joining us, and it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much, lads, and good evening to you.
Cheers, boys. Thank you very much.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers,
bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
About that with
Well, look, let's be honest. James just in the middle of that somewhere mark, he just took off, and there's literally nothing more you could say about it.
There was just nothing.
Took off. There was a rocket strapped to his back, and away he went. Ronan, again, averaged okay, steady scores throughout, but just wasn't maybe as consistent as he should have been. But how do you build your consistency around somebody not giving you a sniff?
No,
with 11 dart legs, build consistency around your opponent hitting an 11 dart leg. It's ludicrous.
His worst leg was 18, like 101, force 9, 87.3.
And that's not even the best. That's not even the best averages we've had today.
Not even,
unbelievable.
And yeah, definitely. Yeah, we seen one match that was absolutely phenomenal today. Just two boys in top form and just
totally incredible. And
one was playing absolutely brilliant darts, and the other fellow was a spectator, and he was playing brilliant too.
He's probably playing better than I've ever played. But overall, the game ends with UKDA taking the spoils as the winners. But I think darts overall has been the winner today. It's been a marathon event, and kudos to the guys in the INDO, and of course the guys there in the UKDA as well for organising it. It's been absolutely fantastic, and really and truly they deserve all the plaudits for organising such an event.
Yeah, well, it's given a lot of these players a lot of experience, especially on the international stage, which they wouldn't have had, because of the lockdown. And it's given them all a chance to have got on and got something, and it's great. Like the experience that each player can take away today, whether they won, lost, or you can't, the experience is there. They'll always have it to say that
that's it, and they've got their international cap.
They have indeed, yes, indeed, yeah. So, okay, folks, we'd like to thank, first of all, the Darts Corner for sponsoring the two streams today, and for the two associations, the INDO and the UKDA. It's been an absolute pleasure. Myself working with the two groups of players, the Kevin Devaney and Colin Savage. And a special thank you to all the players for the help before, during and after these games, and it's been absolutely a belter. Okay, folks, thanks very much, and we're going to say good night, and that's us until the next live event. Stay, like I say, hit that subscribe button on the YouTube channel, and hit the bell notification. That means then that you'll be notified. Our next major event is similar. We have another INDO event in a fortnight's time. Two of the committee members
organising the challenge game. Absolutely, it's going to be a cracker.
Yep, it is indeed. It's going to be a cracker. So, okay, folks, that's us. Good night, and thanks very much, and it's been a pleasure.